pretty big, with some good stuff. But now, let's go over to buildcraft, industrialcraft, and all of this good stuff. So if we have here, cables differ in EU loss per block and maximum current. So diamond, most expensive, loses like 1 EU per about 25 blocks, which is incredibly good. Copper, insulated that is, 1 time insulated, will lose 1 EU per about 4 blocks or something. I can't really remember the values, but diamond is a lot more efficient. Then we have this heavy insulated, loses 1 per like 1 or something. Then we have gold, which is about per 10, let's say. So why would you use heavy insulated over diamond? Well, diamond can carry a medium voltage, copper can carry a low voltage, and heavy insulated can carry a very high voltage. So if you have a nuclear reactor, you want the heavy insulated or it will explode. But if you have a small battery box or something, copper is fine, gold is better, diamond will do anything up to a medium voltage, so it'll do most things, which is good. And EU is just a measure of charge, how much charge it can put in and out per second. If you get too much EU going into something, it will explode. We have generators. How do you produce EU? We have a generator powered by coal, and that red bar is the power. Then you simply just put one of the wires coming out behind it. Geothermal, powered by lava buckets. You could pump lava into the bottom of it if you want to, I think, in the latest version anyway. Solar panel, again, just collects sunlight, just leave it outside. Windmill, you should put it up somewhere high, out the way, but I never really use them, so it's there. And watermill, bucket of water in there, put it underwater or something, again, never use it particularly. And then furnaces. You may be thinking, oh, well, you've got to power it by coal. Not anymore. So we have an iron furnace. I've already smelted something in there. So it's a bit faster than a normal furnace, but uses coal apparently. Electric furnace, as the name suggests, uses electricity, some more tin. You can power it by batteries or from wires. Now this induction furnace uses a lot of power, and you can power it by batteries, but it's quite inefficient because of the amount of power it uses. And this heat here, the more you use it, the hotter it gets. The hotter it gets, the faster it produces stuff. It has 2 slots, 2 outputs, you can do 2 things at the same time. So it's a lot more efficient, but it uses a lot of energy. And it's getting dark. Then we have the machinery. If you would like to just read those. From the right we have the macerator. Put, well, not that in. Actually you can put a bar in. I don't know why. I meant to put an ore in. And it splits up into 2 dust. Come on. Just doesn't have enough power. Anyway, dust can be put in the furnace and it'll make 2 bars. So 1 ore can make 2 bars, which is quite nice. Extractor extracts stuff. You only need it in a few for the high level recipes, nothing else, only because you need to make it. Compressor compresses. Mix metal into advanced alloy. Again, in stuff like nuclear reactors, you have to use it. No other reason. And the canning machine, yeah, cans stuff, never use that either. Now these recycler is useful. You shove in all of your junk, put power in, and you get scrap. Now scrap you put into this mass fabricator. These aren't really great, but it's a good way of getting rid of excess energy. If you have a nuclear reactor going, or a lot of something producing a lot of energy, you put it through one of these and it turns into matter. Uses a lot of power though, so it's impractical at low levels, but if you put scrap in down here, or in there, wherever it is, it becomes 8 times more efficient, so it's definitely worth doing. That produces UU matter, which you can make into, where is it? Not that quantum suit and nano suit and stuff, which have special abilities to make you run and jump, which is quite cool. Now we have the pipes, quite a few of them. Oops. So we have the item, we have the teleporting pipes basically. These are expensive to make, but definitely worth it. Item teleporter. Okay, let's not do that yet. Teleport items, obviously. Liquid teleporter will teleport liquids, and energy will teleport energy. So item teleporter, say you have a quarry running off in the background. You can teleport all your stuff into a chest next to your house. Liquids, you can pump oil or water or anything from across the map. Energy, you can pump, well, energy, say you have a big underground stash of energy, pump it somewhere else. So if you right click on any of these, they're all the same. You get frequency. This lets you have many teleport pipes around, all connected to each other or not. Say set the frequency to 10. Actually, I set to 1. Tekkit pipe to 2. Another pipe somewhere has the same frequency, so it's connected. It says can receive false. That means this pipe cannot receive anything, so it can only give. If the other pipe is set to receive, it will obviously go from this pipe to the other one. They're both set to receive, they'll kind of mix around and fail in general. So there are all of those. Yes, wooden. Wooden is important. You have to have a wooden pipe first. So if we look over here, anything that's connected to something is wooden. So pump out of the box, has to be a wooden one. Pump out of the machine, wooden. Pump out of there, wooden. Pump out of there, wooden. Whatever it is has to be wooden, just because it does. Then we have the transport pipes. Let's start up here. Cobblestone transport, stone transport. They're just bog standard pipes. Put them down and items can go through them. The only difference between them is they won't stick together, which can be useful if you want to run 2 pipes parallel to each other. Iron pipes make things flow in one direction. If you look over here, items can only flow out of this open end, and they can only go into these dark ends. So nothing down here can then go up there, nothing down there can go down there. If you put a redstone torch, I believe, you can, if you right click on the side you want, you should be able to change it. Although it doesn't, yeah, like that. And then, yeah, anyway. Like that, yeah. Or we can do it with a wrench if you happen to have a bronze. It's a bronze wrench. If you happen to have a wrench, anyway. Gold. When golds are powered, change colour slightly. They act as a booster. items obviously go fast through them. Right click is used to split a diamond pipe. Put an item through there and there. Any of the red exits, any mud going into it will come out of the red, the green or the yellow exit. Any minecarts will come out of the blue exit, and well, yeah, you kind of get the point. Used to split up stuff. Say on the end of your quarry you have everything coming out, you can choose where everything's going. Obsidian pipes. If they're at the end of a... It's not going to work. If they're at the end of a pipe, say if they were sticking out the end here, if you throw something at it, it will get sucked in, and then, well, it will go into the pipe and join everything else, which is useful if you want to just throw stuff at it. Waterproof pipes, exactly the same over here, but waterproof. Okay. So buildcraft uses these engines here, and yeah, industrialcraft uses those generators, wires. So industrialcraft uses wires, buildcraft uses pipes, and you can now use them together. Conductive pipes. Stone conductive, gold conductive, and wooden. You have to start with wooden again. Stone conductive loses power over a short distance. Gold doesn't so much, so gold is better, but obviously more expensive. It's becoming light again. And then we have the pumps. These pump items or water in pipes or energy in conductive pipes. Doesn't make sense, but anyway. These will produce, as you'll see over here, they'll pump stuff out. So if you put it over here, it's pumping items out of this chest, which is quite useful. And they all do it. Fastest, slowest. Redstone engine, stick a torch next to it, and that's it. It will power. Eventually, it's really slow. It gives it full speed, it turns red like that. That's still relatively slow. But we'll leave that for a bit. Requires Mobius fuel. The steam engine, never really used those because just use redstone engines more efficient, or combustion engine much faster. Requires oil and water. So if we right click, we have these two levels. I'll show you more in a minute. You put oil and water, you pump it in, and these fill up. And then put redstone next to it, and it'll power up and start pumping. So as long as you connect to anything, so it won't pump. Oh. How do I take? No, sand. Oh dear. Not sandstone, sand. Yeah, sorry about that. Then we have the storage units. So this is a bat box, I think. Stores not a lot of power. And this is 32 EU per tick. Can't remember how long that is particularly, a second or I don't know really. We can store 40,000, which is not a lot. MFE can store 600,000, which is quite a bit, an output of 128. Low, medium, high voltage, 512 EU. And what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 million EU, which is a lot. They're really expensive to make. Transformers. In case you don't want everything to explode, you get low, medium and high voltage transformers. Please put power into the 3 dot, out of the 1 dot. So yeah. Those things may explode horribly. This is a quarry. This is showing you how to get custom sized quarries. Otherwise you just stick it down and then of that configuration. You get these blue torches, you put them down, you right click on them and they make, as long as they're the same height and actually do form a grid, they make this red square. They do need to be 5 blocks up, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the 5th block, otherwise quarry won't work. Then you put quarry on the corner, and it goes yellow like that. You then powered this, and them have power, but it would start digging away inside here, so those two. Everything would get pumped out of this top tube. Obviously more power is put into it, the more efficiently it goes. And if you want to pump water into it, you could stick a teleport pipe over here, have some waterproof pipe going round, and if we just power all of these like so, frequency 10 can receive false connected pipe for 1. Come down here, frequency 10, connected pipe for 1, the other pipe can receive true. So this one can receive, and that one can't receive. So this one, water will get sucked up like that, and then it will come out over there. It's quite cool. Then we have, if you turn this on, silver ore gets pumped out of here into a macerator powered by a generator. You can put them back to back, saves using a wire. Here, pump 2. Macerators are incredibly slow, even when full power. That can't be helped. If you look, it's painfully slow. Connected to a wooden pipe, wooden pipe, wooden pipe. This will pump stuff out of here, these two dust, which will then go into an induction furnace. Again, powered by a generator, powered by coal. So that's silver going into there, and there's already tin in that space, which means the silver should go into this space and into there. Well, it'll go into there. Okay, that's really annoying. Let's take that out. Okay, it's using up the power. It's incredibly slow because the heat is very low. So it just managed to go at full speed. It just goes incredibly fast. Okay, turn this on. Look in here. Tin and silver comes out the yellow. So all the silver will come out that side and all the tin should come out this side. Okay, that's strange. Whatever's happening on TV. Okay. Going faster now. And then, yeah, we go over to yellow. And then over here, which is almost the last bit, we have a chest. And then we have this pump connector, wooden pumping out the different colours. Splitter, sending it 50-50. Then we have, as we said before, this letting it only go that way, into an item teleporter. Frequency 1 can receive false. Frequency 1 can receive true, so they go into there, out of there and back into this chest. And it just goes in an endless cycle. Now if we come over here, you start with a nuclear reactor, more reactor chambers around it, and they get bigger. Uranium cells surrounded by cooling cells because otherwise it explodes horribly. Heavily insulated cable to an MFSU. Power into it will stop it, take power out. As power rises quite rapidly, power into it and it stops. And that stops. And now just this bonus bit over here really. I couldn't actually find anything useful to do apart from this, which is where is it? Somewhere in here. Part of the rail mod. Yeah, all of these, which I haven't really used apart from this launcher rail, which just continuously launches. Oh dear. Anyway. And it just jumps you up into the air. Turn it off and I think it will act as a brake. Oh no, it just doesn't do anything. Okay, so that cow wants to get back in, I know it. Okay, so that is the whole of buildcraft, industrialcraft, and red power 2 as of 1.8.1. It hasn't changed a lot. All of this stuff is still true, although there is a few more stuff added into it. All of this stuff still works. So I will probably include a copy of this map somewhere, in case because of all these helpful little signs. If you ever get stuck or want to know what something does or how to set up any of that. If it has been helpful, leave some feedback so I know what I should do or change for the next one. Hope it helped. See you next time guys. Bye.